Ladies and gentlemen, Primetime CP23 here, back with another Diablo 3 video. Today we're taking a look at week 2 of the Diablo 3 leaderboards for season 15. After 10 days, 10 full days of the season, we have got some interesting things on the leaderboard. This is week number 2 of an ongoing series where I'm going to be looking at the leaderboards for all of season 15 and just kind of see how things play out, see how things change from week to week. And this is week 2. In week 1, we went over the solo leaderboards. In week 2, we're going to be going over the 2, 3, and 4 player leaderboards. And then in week 3, we're going to try to go over the solo self-found league leaderboards, which is, of course, started by Leviathan and his friends. It should be a good week because now we're taking a look at group play. Starting off with the 2-player leaderboard, we do have a Z-Monk and a Meteor Wizard taking up the top 2 spots of the leaderboard, and of course these are Firebird Meteor builds, not tal-rashas. Then we've got a couple groups running basically rats, basically Rathma setups with a Z Necromancer and a rat DPS Necro. Then we've got a few more Star Pact Wizard Z-Monks. And then the most interesting group combination comes at rank 15 with Panton Dingo running a Spin Barb which is generally used for the rat meta, with a Condemned Crusader. I'm not sure I understand how that works, but whatever. Clearly it worked for him. So at rank 15, and then I believe it's rank 27, we do have a similar compilation, but at rank 27 they are using the Raycore set, which is a little more traditional. But other than that, it sticks with mainly those 3 combinations on the leaderboard. When you jump to the 3-player leaderboard, we're taking a look at something a little closer to the typical end-of-season meta, which is going to be Z-Monk, Z-Barb, and a Star Pact Wizard. Now, quick shout-out to Toner here for his Primal Traveler's Pledge and his Primal Death Wish. But anyway, moving right along, the 3rd group down is running a rat setup with a Spin Barb, Z Necromancer, and rat DPS. And those 2 group compilations are pretty much going to be the entire leaderboard. We do have a double Crusader group here, which is going to be running 2 different Crusaders, each one using the Condemn setup, the Akan Condemn setup. If you go all the way down to rank 140, you do get a group compilation with a Condemn Crusader, a Pestilence Necromancer for the Rift Guardian Killer, and then a Z-Monk, which is a little different, but again, it's still pretty early season. We'll see what ends up shaking out. On to the 4-player leaderboards, we get into typical, traditional 4-man meta, which is going to be a Pestilence Necromancer, of course using the Brittle Touch rune on Corpse Lance as the main damage dealer, a Star Pact Wizard to clear the Rift itself, a 0 DPS Barbarian whose main job is to run around, keep enemies grouped up that are a little further out and can't just be Cyclone Striked, and keep the group safe with Ignore Pain. And finally, a ZDPS Heal Monk, which is going to be running the 4-piece Innis set. This 4-man compilation is going to be the vast majority of the 4-player leaderboard. When you reach the very bottom of the leaderboard, you are going to get into some groups of people running a Rathma setup, a Rat DPS setup. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this week's meta roundup, leaderboard roundup, meta leaderboard thing, optimal play. I don't know. We don't have a name yet. But that's going to do it for this week. This week we did get one of our main goals for the season accomplished. We did gear up a Meteor Wizard. Only tal-rasha, of course. I do not enjoy the Firebird playstyle, and I will not be playing it. I do have the full build for tal-rashas, but it's definitely not optimal. Like, look at these shoulders. They're not good. We were able to get this done in about 3 hours and get a GR60 cleared, which is nice because now I can jump into T13 if I want to. I can push a lot higher than that with Wizard, obviously, but not really a whole lot of point in pushing yet. Now that I have the main build going, I'm going to do some gem ups, get things rolling, you know, get some augment gems ready for when I get some good pieces. Of course, I'll be using my Necromancer for that for the most part. With Necromancer this week, we were able to clear a GR75 solo, and we finally got into some rat groups. We ended up running speed 85s in like 3.5 minutes, which of course is not anything special when you're talking about rat runs, but they did help boost my main gems quite a bit. Huge shout outs to Pink Sleeve, Baron, and of course Cypher, who I'm running with most of this season. Cypher anyway. The other guys were randoms, but we'll see if I end up getting in games with them again this season. And that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this is Primetime CP23, and I'm out.